What's going on YouTube? My name is King Dune. I am a Pokemon live streamer. I have just completed Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow with different challenges, as well as completed the Pokedex. I've leveled up every single Pokemon in the Generation 1 Pokedex, and I will be rating them today. I've got a tier list of S, A, B, C, D, and F, excluding E, because that's just too many to have. And yeah, so S is busted. You get this in your run, completely overpowered. You'll just cruise right through it. Mostly psychic types in there. A is some of the strongest Pokemon that you can get. Definitely should include it onto your team. B is an average Pokemon. C is under average. D is pretty bad. And F is utterly garbage. You'll never use it in an original run. Note that this is for a regular playthrough. I will take into consideration some Nuzlocke, some speed run, and just about any challenges that you use. But yeah, let's get right into it. So first up, we have Venusaur. Venusaur is a great starter. I'd probably say it's the worst of the three starters, but it's still really good. It belongs in low A tier. Leech Seed strats are really good. Having Sleep Powder, Poison Powder, being able to help you catch Pokemon makes it really viable. In the early game, if you were to do something like a Nuzlocke, it's going to go through the first three gyms pretty easily. And then going into the fourth gym, you'll probably have your flyer. That'll be alright. Then we will do Charizard next. Now Charizard, I think, is the better of the trio. Fire Flying is pretty good typing. It does have quite a bit of weaknesses. However, its offensive capabilities more than make up for it. In Pokemon Red and Blue, it does not get access to the Fly HM, which makes it quite worse. But when you bring in Fly in Pokemon Yellow, it makes it quite better. Don't make the mistake of losing your Ember if you override it with Dig and then override Dig with Slash. Your charge is going to be pretty bad. That's what I did in my Pokemon Red run, and your Charizard does not learn a Fire type move until 46, where it learns Flamethrower. Blastoise. Blastoise is pretty good. I know the speedrunner uses this Pokemon. It's a water type. You know, it knows Surf, one of the best moves in the game. It knows quite a bit of other TMs that are pretty good. I'd say it's behind Charizard. Butterfree. I think Butterfree is really good. I think it belongs in B tier. Early game, incredible Pokemon. You know, if you don't pick up Venusaur, this is another Pokemon that can help you catch more Pokemon. You get Sleep Powder, you get Poison Powder, great moves. One thing it gets access to is an Early Confusion. Early Confusion is incredible. If you know anything about Gen 1, Psychic types are overpowered in this generation. There's no Dark, there's no Steel. So it's not a Psychic type, but it knows Confusion, so it makes it really good offensively. Beedrill. I don't think Beedrill's all that good. Twin Needle is alright. Early game, it evolves early, which is kind of nice. You don't get access to it in Pokemon Yellow. You have to trade it over, which is really annoying. I would probably put it as C. It's a little bit below average. It's not incredible, but it's not the worst. Pidgeot. I think Pidgeot's an average Pokemon. Flying type that you get early. Evolves really early. Usually going to be your Fly Slave. Yeah, there's not much to say about that. Raticate. Now I know if you are in Gen 3, you're playing Fire Red, Leaf Green, Raticate is quite a bit better. If you teach it Guts, it's going to be really good in your Nuzlocke. Or not teach it Guts, but if it has the ability Guts, you're going to use it quite well in your Nuzlocke. However, in Generation 1, in Red, Blue, and Yellow, it does not have Guts, so it's not really that good. Hyperfang is alright. Hyperfang's it evolves early. Hyperfang's really good early normal type move with Stab. But besides that, it's nothing crazy. Fearow. I think Fearow is above Pidgeot. I think Fearow's cool. I think Fearow is a good flying type. It knows some good moves. Yeah. Arbok is pretty bad. Poison types on their own are just not that good. Weak to Psychic, weak to Ground. I know Agatha uses one of these, and you usually will one-hit it in the Elite Four. Raichu, pretty good electric type, nothing crazy. I think it's above Raticate. I think it's above Beedrill. You're not going to get it in Pokemon Yellow. You can get it as early as Celadon City in Pokemon Red and Blue. You know, you get it in the forest in the beginning of the game. You get your Thunderstone. An early electric type is alright, although it doesn't do crazy good against really anyone. You can bring it against Lorelei, but I think there are just some other electric types that do its job better. Sandslash is actually really underrated. I think Sandslash is pretty good because it knows will move Slash, and Slash will almost always crit in this game. So that makes it pretty darn good. I think that if I saw it in a Nuzlocke, I would definitely take it and not box it. I thought it was very underrated. Playing against it when it slashes me and it crits. Crits ignore defense and just do straight up way too much damage. So, and then in this game, just almost always critting makes it incredible. Nidoking and Nidoqueen are both very similar. I think that Nidoqueen is a little bit bulkier, a little bit tankier, but I do think it is very good. I think it is above Pidgeot. I think it's above Fearow. I think it's above Butterfree, but I don't think it's quite as good as the starters. Nidoking, I think goes up to A tier. I think it is better than Venusaur. I think that it is better than Blastoise. I think that it is actually better than Charizard. It's not quite busted. It's not quite S tier. It's really good. It learns a lot of really good TMs. It learns Stab, Earthquake. The poison typing is not that good, but Stab, Earthquake makes up for that. Can learn Flamethrower, can learn Surf, can learn Hyper Beam, can learn all the good TMs. I think it definitely belongs high A tier. Clefable is actually underrated, pretty good Pokemon. If you were to use it in later games, it makes for a really good stall, protect, toxic strats. It learns Stab, Mega Punch early game, which is really good. You evolve it really early. I actually think this is quite good. I don't think it's as good as Butterfree because Butterfree is so good early game, but I think that it is better than the Flying Duo. Ninetales, I didn't get a chance to use Ninetales a crazy amount. I mostly just evolved my Vulpix with a Firestone and kept it in the box. No one really notable uses it. I don't even know if Blair uses Ninetales. I think he does. It's just a fire type. It's pretty average fire type. I think it goes above Beedrill, behind Raichu. What is this? Wigglytuff. This is Clefable, but way worse. I don't think it really does much. It doesn't really learn any good moves. You're going to sting your opponent to death, and that's about it. Do I have the trade Evos here? Yeah, Gengar. Okay. Golbat, until it turns into Crobat, it's utterly useless. It is a flying poison type, so pretty horrible typing. Gets destroyed by just about anything. Psychic's going to beat it, Electric's going to beat it, Ice types are going to beat it. Agatha also uses this. You absolutely stomp it every single time. It's just not that good. Vileplume is quite a bit like Venusaur. It's not horrible. It's not amazing. A poison grass type. Is pretty average in typing. Is it going to be better than the flying types? I don't think so. I think it's going to go at the bottom of B. Parasect, kind of in the same boat. I like its art. I think it looks cool, but I don't think it's anything crazy. I think it's better than Wigglytuff. I don't think it's as good as Raticate. Venomoth, this thing should be a Psychic type, and it is not, and it's really annoying. It makes it a lot worse. I think it's better than Arbok. I think it's better than Golbat. I think I'll put Wigglytuff in D tier. I think it's better than Wigglytuff. I think that's where it stands. Dugtrio is actually pretty sweet. You get it right at the 3rd gym, right before Lieutenant Surge, and it is a high level. Like, it is almost level 36. You can catch one at level 36. It instantly knows Dig. So you catch one of these, you're completely dominating Lieutenant Surge. I think just for that it's going to be above C tier. After that, it doesn't really have too much uses. There's better ground types. You have a Nidoking by then, which is really good. You can teach your starter Dig, which is really good. But I do think it goes. I think it's better than Vileplume. I think Vileplume is going to go here. I actually think Vileplume is below Sandslash. I think it's better than Butterfree. I think Butterfree actually might go to the back here. I think it's better than the Flyers. I think it sits right about there. Persian is actually not horrible. I think that Persian Slash is pretty good. It's Stab Slash that crits, which is pretty good, so it makes it underrated. Yeah, I think I'll put it at the top of C. Golduck is pretty bad. It's just a standard water type. If it had any psychic moves, it'd be a lot better. I could have handled that music. Primeape. Primeape is cool. I like the design for Primeape. I think it looks sweet. If you played any of the newer games, Annihilate is awesome. Primeape isn't the worst Pokemon that you can get. You get it relatively early. You get it before the first gym, actually. And if you catch one of these and you go into the Brock fight, it makes it a lot better. You just teach it Low Kick, which... Does Low Kick have a high crit? I think Low Kick has a high crit. It's like 60 power for 90 accuracy. No, it has a chance of flinching, and it has a high chance of flinching. So it makes it really good. I think it is at the top of C. Arcanine is really strong. I never actually got a chance to use it to its full potential in my in the 3 games. However, I did play it in Fire Red as my fire type, and it was really good. If you play it in Pokemon Emerald or Pokemon Fire Red Leaf Green, it learns extreme speed, which is unreal. However, in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, it's not quite as good. I think that it will go in the back of A tier just for that, because all it's going to use is Flamethrower. It's going to be fast. It's going to have a high attack stat. It's going to be alright bulkiness. Yeah, back of A. Poliwrath was actually underrated. I used Poliwrath in my Pokemon Blue Water type only run. It has a really good move pool, actually. It can learn a lot of really good moves, which makes it, honestly, I think it's better than Arcanine. I think it is better than Venusaur. I think it's better than Blastoise. I don't think it's quite as good as Pokemon Yellow Charizard. I think it's better than Red and Blue Charizard. But Pokemon Yellow Charizard does learn Fly. Can cover those fighting types. Can do pretty well against Bruno. Yeah. Poliwrath is good. Alakazam, busted. One of the best Pokemon in the game. You get one of these in your run, and you're just using Psychic on everything, and you're one-hitting everything. It's an absolute glass cannon, but it is really good. Machamp. I thought Machamp was going to be a lot better. It is incredibly slow. It was kind of painful. I used Poliwrath. I used Machamp in my last run. It's got good stats. It learns Karate Chop, which is sadly a normal type move with a really high crit chance. It has really good attack stats, but besides that, it's Glass Cannon. It's slow. I'd put it behind Nidoqueen. Was very disappointed in that. Victory Bell is a cool Poison Grass type. I think it's Vileplume better. I think it's better than Sandslash. I don't think it's better than Persian. It is, yeah. Tentacruel. I think Tentacruel is pretty darn cool. Its poison type does not help it at all. I think its design is really cool. I think it has a decent move pool. You do get a lot of water types. I think it's gonna go behind Vileplume, above Raichu. Yeah. Golem was actually outperformed what I thought it would do. I used it very briefly, and it was really good. I think it'll go above Arcanine. It gets a really good move pool. Learning Stab Earthquake is really good. It learns, is it Rock Throw, which is really good. It can learn pretty good TMs like Fire Blast. I don't think it's as good as Poliwrath, but I think it's better than the Stars, and I think it's better than Arcanine. Rapidash is Arcanine, but worse. I don't think it's anything crazy. I think it goes basically right beside Ninetales. I think Ninetales is cooler design. I think they're both just equal in viability. Slowbro. Slowbro is actually really good. Slowbro is underrated. Lorelei uses this, and it's always a pain to beat. I think it's better than the starters. I think it's better than Arcanine. I've used it in a silver run, and it was really good. It's a psychic type. Psychic types are always incredible. If you train this well enough, you can solo the Elite Four with this thing. It doesn't have too many weaknesses. It has weaknesses in grass. It has weaknesses in electric. That's about it. Um, I didn't I didn't get a chance to actually use my own Slowbro, but just going against it, I guess I did use it in Pokemon Gold, but yeah, it's nothing crazy. It's nothing incredible like Alakazam, but it is really good on its own. Magneton, I think, is the best electric type that you can get. It's fast, it does damage, it's electric type, it later on gets steel type. It makes it really good. I also never got a chance to really use this thing to its full potential. It evolved pretty early, which is nice. If you get this in a Nuzlocke early on, it's going to be, you're going to cruise through a Nuzlocke pretty well. Try to save this thing. It learns Thunder Wave, which will help you catch other Pokemon. I don't think its design is all that cool. It's just 3 Magnemites. But I think in terms of usability, it is really good. Farfetch'd is F tier. You'll probably never use this thing. It sucks. Dugtrio. I think Dugtrio is pretty darn good. It learns the best flying type move in the game, which is Drill Peck. It is fast. I think it's got a good attack stat. I think it goes above the flyers. I didn't get a chance to use this all that much. I want to use it. I think I will use it in a later run when I go over to Fire Red and Leaf Green. I think I'm going to make this my flying type. I don't know if it actually learns Fly, but it learns Drill Peck. It's got a cool-ish design. I think it's just Big Bird. What's this? Dugong? Not that good. Ice, Water is not crazy. Anything to boast about. I think it goes right to the bottom. I don't think there's really any good ice types other than Articuno. You just stomp through it with Lorelei. It is bulky. It's really bulky. It takes almost 2 Thunderbolts to beat. But yeah. Muck, a poison type. Poison types are just so bad. I think it might be one of the worst poison types. I think it sits right there. Gengar is S tier. I think Gengar is one of the best Pokemon in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. It learns Psychic. It learns Thunderbolt. It learns Mega Drain. If you want to go with like a sleep strat, you could use Hypnosis and what is it, Mind Eater, something like that, which is really good. Yeah, I think Gengar is probably one of the best, and honestly one of my favorite Pokemon in the game. Cloyster, probably the second best Ice type behind Articuno, but still not all that good. It does have a lot of defense. It doesn't have a lot of special, though. In this game, special defense and special attack are not split. They're all 1, so if you have a high special stat, you have a high special defense. So something like Alakazam, you can't really kill it, even though it's Glass Cannon with special moves, so you always have to go with a physical move. But as for Cloyster, it's the opposite. You got to go for special moves, which means that its special attack is not going to be all that good. I think it's really good. Where does it sit? I think it sits behind Primeape, above Persian. Onyx is F tier. It's so unfortunate. It is really cool. It's such a big rock snake. You'd think it would do more, but it actually is worse than a Caterpie. It's got the slowest speed stat in the game. It's got horrible attack stat. It is one of the worst Pokemon. It does have a sweet. And if you've ever watched Pokemon Origins, the battle between Red and Brock's Onyx, fucking epic battle. However, it's just not that good. Hypno is a psychic type, so it goes up to the top. Like it's actually like good only because it's a psychic type, but it's one of the worst psychic types. But I think it goes above Victory Bell behind Persian. Kingler knows a move called Guillotine, which is fucking so cool. However, it's just not that good of a Pokemon. Guillotine's like a 30% accuracy, a one-hit KO move. I was surprised to even see that it was in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. But aside from that, it's actually so bad. It's honestly horrible. Electro, cool Pokemon. One of the faster of the electric types. Still not that good. Super annoying to go against. It'll just explode on your face, kill your team. If you're in a Nuzlocke, you go against one of these things, you're scared for your fucking life. But I think it's bad. I think it's really bad. I think it is about there. Executor is good. Once again, psychic types are unreal. Having the grass type kind of gives it a downside that it just dies to fire types, it dies to flying types, it dies to ice types. Um, but it's still half decent. I think it'll go to the top of C tier. Is it your rival in Pokemon Yellow uses this thing? Yeah, we'll put it there. Marowak did not turn out to be that good. I didn't think it was that good. Doesn't learn good moves. I think its signature move is all right, but besides that, it's better than Wigglytuff. It's okay. We'll do it like that. The Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, these are cool. Bruno uses these, and they're really annoying when they use double team over and over again. He uses double team 3 times, uses a bunch of potions, and then you're just getting annoyed. They're not really that good on their own. You get them for free, which is sweet. They're definitely behind Tentacruel, above Raichu. Yeah, I can see them being above Raichu. I think Hitmonlee is cooler than Hitmonchan. I think they're both equally as good. I think maybe Hitmonchan might be better. Hitmonchan can learn the elemental punches, which is really good. However, the elemental punches in this game are special stats only, and it doesn't have a good special stat, so it's just not that good. Hitmonlee being able to learn high jump kick, which is probably one of the strongest fighting type moves in the game, makes it a little bit better. Lickitung is F tier. I think it's horrible. Weezing might be one of the better of the poison types in the game. The only reason Venomoth it would be slightly better is because it can learn Confusion. It can learn Psychic. I think it's above Marowak. I think it's above Golduck. I think it's behind Venomoth. Rhydon's actually really good. Ground typing is alright. It's got a lot of weaknesses, but having Stab Earthquake makes it a little bit better. I think it goes right above Cloyster, behind Executor. Chansey is horrible. I don't see a use for it. Probably one of the best of the horrible. Tangela being the worst of the horrible. Kangaskhan is alright. I think that it knows Dizzy Punch, which is alright. A normal type, which isn't horrible. Stab Hyper Beam. If it learns Hyper Beam, it makes it a lot better. I don't know if it learns Hyper Beam. It has a decent move pool. I think it goes behind Vileplume. Oh no, it's definitely not above. Actually, we'll do that. Tentacruel is above Vileplume. Seadra needs to turn into Kingdra, otherwise it's just bad. Yeah, bottom of tier. Seaking, bad, F tier. Starmie is actually unbelievably good. Psychic type, so good, such good special, very good speed. I would actually put Starmie into S tier. I think it's above Alakazam, honestly. If you get one of these, if you can get one of these in your run, I think I would highly suggest you get it. It learns Blizzard, it learns Psychic, it learns Surf. It's an incredible Pokemon. I think it's in S tier for sure. Mr. Mime is utter garbage. I don't even want to look at the garbage tier. Scyther, I was so upset to learn that it can't learn Fury Cutter. I was gonna make this in Pokemon Stadium level it to 50, have Fury Cutter if I ever came across any pesky Psychic type Pokemon. I was going to pull out the Scyther with Stab Fury Cutter. It does not learn any poison or any bug type moves. Doesn't learn a single one. It's got such a cool design, but not being able to learn a bug type move just makes it not that good. I think by design I'll put it behind Weezing. Weezing is better in terms of viability. Scyther is probably worse than all these Pokemon in terms of usability, but the design is too cool. Jinx is an Ice and Psychic type. Lorelei uses this. It's really annoying to go against. Fire weakness. Fire is fire its only weakness? Fire, yeah, because it doesn't have a weakness to fighting. It makes Jinx a lot better, a lot more annoying to play against. I think it is better than Cloyster. Maybe it is the best Ice type. Lorelei using Ice Punch on its Jinx makes it really annoying. Electabuzz, I never actually got a chance to really use this. I don't know how good it is. I don't think it's that good. I think it is Raichu, but worse. I think all of these is... I gotta move Electrode. I think Electrode's better than Raichu. Less cool design. It's literally just an upside down Pokeball. Um, but it is better. It's faster. It's stronger. You know the song. Electabuzz. I just haven't used it a lot, but I think I'll put it because it looks cool. Electivire is one of my favorite Pokemon. Um, yeah. Magmar, same boat. I never really got a chance to use it. We have other fire types. I think it is the worst of the fire types. I think I'll put it beside Electabuzz. Pinsir. Is Pinsir the best bug type? Is Scythe the best bug type? I don't know. I never really used Pinsir enough to say anything. I still think that Pin Needle is the best. Twin Needle or Pin Missile are the best bug type moves. I don't think this can learn either of it. I don't know if we can learn any bug type moves. Maybe Leech Life, which is a 20 attack bug type move. With Stab, you go up to 30. It's just not that good. Its design is alright. In the anime, it's pretty cool, but I think it goes to the bottom of D. Tauros. Tauros is so good. Tauros is unreal. I wish I used it more. I want to use it in another run. I didn't actually use it in the main playthrough. I did it post game. I used it a little bit. It was really good. It learns Stomp. It has good move pool. It learns Earthquake. I think it's really good. I think you should definitely use it if you get the chance to. If you get lucky enough in the Safari Zone to get one of these. Yeah, I think Tauros is really good. Gyarados. Gyarados is S tier. I think Gyarados is top of S tier, probably tied with Gengar. I think it might be better than Gengar, but Gengar has a cooler design. Gyarados also has an unbelievable design. It's a freaking dragon. It has incredible move pool. It learns Hyper Beam. It learns Flamethrower. It learns Thunder. It learns Surf. It learns so many good moves. Gyarados, you should pick up that Magikarp before the Cerulean City Gym. You should level this thing to 20. Gyarados is an absolute powerhouse. It's a monster of a Pokemon. Lapras. Lapras is good. It is so bulky. It has a really high special stat. It rarely gets one hit. That actually might be the best ice type aside from Articuno. Ditto, not good. Vaporeon is really good. I think it is in the top of B. I want to say it's behind Machamp. I think it's good. Jolteon. I never got a chance to use Jolteon. I heard that it learns Pin Missile, which makes it very good for taking out those psychic types. It puts it a lot higher. It's actually a really cool electric type. I think its design is cool. I think its move pool is cool. I think I really like Jolteon. I think I'm going to put it with Vaporeon. I think I'm going to put it a little bit behind Clefable. But I think Jolteon's really cool. I want to use it in my Pokemon Fire Red Leaf Green run. Flareon is just not that good. It's literally just like Magmar. Porygon, trash. Actually, I'm going to put it on the very bottom. I hate Porygon. I actually hate it. You need so much money in the game corner to get this thing when you want to complete the Pokedex. It is the biggest pain in the world. You could get like 20 proteins for the same price of this Porygon. It took me so long to get this thing. I had to beat the Elite Four over and over and over and over again. I hate Porygon. I hate it with a burning passion. I think it's garbage. I think it sucks. I think it's a waste of money. I think it should be removed from the game. I think they should give it to you in the Sylph Company for free, and that is it. Almastar is bad. There's probably some uses being a rock and water type. I don't think its move pool is good. I don't think anything about it's really that good. Kabutops, I was very disappointed with. I thought Kabutops was going to be a lot better. I wasted a Hyper Beam TM on this thing, and I regret it. I didn't even level it to 50. I'm not even going to transfer it to Pokemon Stadium. Rock Water type with pretty bad stats. It's got high attack stat. It's better in later generations, but in Generation 1, Red, Blue, Yellow, it is bad. It's just a little bit cooler looking than Almastar. I literally think it's prehistoric Scyther. What is this thing called? Aerodactyl. This thing is awesome. This is probably my favorite flying type in the entire game. I want to give it the high rating. It is a flying rock type with really good stats. It's a prehistoric Pokemon. It is so cool. It is such a cool design. I used it in my Fire Red run. It did wonders for me. You get it relatively late, which is unfortunate, but I think it is the best flying type in the game. Snorlax is S tier. Cool design, great move pool, bulky, tanky, learns Earthquake, learns Body Slam, learns Hyper Beam. I think it is awesome. Articuno is a banned should be a banned Pokemon. I think it's really good. I never actually ended up using it because I don't use Legendaries. I'm gonna put it at the back of S tier, but I think it's a really good Pokemon. It's an Ice Flying type, which is all right. Zapdos is in the same boat. I think obviously Zapdos is the best psychic or electric type. Articuno is the best ice type. They're really good. They should be banned just because they're legendaries. I don't think you should use legendaries. But if you are just trying to have fun, use these guys. My first Pokemon I ever got to level 100 was Articuno back in Pokemon Yellow when I was like 9 years old. It was so much fun. If you're looking to have fun, pick these guys up, use them. They're sweet. Same goes for Moltres. Moltres is actually not quite as good. We'll put Moltres behind Aerodactyl. I think it's alright. Dragonite, very disappointed with Dragonite. I thought it was going to be a lot better of a Pokemon. It evolves at level 55, so I can barely use it in Pokemon Stadium. If you don't know, Pokemon Stadium, you get up to level 155 in 3 Pokemon. So you can mix and match. You can have a 52, a 53, and a 50. But if you have a 55, you can only use 2 level 50s. So I'm going to transfer it over to Pokemon Stadium, but it doesn't have much usability. Its move pool is pretty good. Its stats are really good, but you're going to evolve Dragonair into Dragonite after you've beaten the game. You'll never use it for the Elite Four. Which makes it a lot worse. Now this is my opinion, but I will put it right here behind Clefable just because you only use it in the post game. Mewtwo is the #1 best Pokemon in the game. It is unbelievable. It should also be banned. But I used it to basically switch train most of my Pokemon to their evolution state. It is actually a lot of fun. You just psychic everything. I gave it like 3 PP ups on psychic, so it had 16. I taught it Ice Beam, so it had 10 Ice Beams, and then I gave it Thunder. It could sweep the Elite Four as soon as level 70. You get it. You teach it those TMs, you could sweep the Elite Four. You're golden. Mew, sweet Pokemon. You get it. It should be banned. You get it as early as Cerulean City Gym before you even beat the gym. And it is overall just a really good Pokemon. I mean, it's a legendary. It's a Mew Pokemon. You can only glitch to get it. Learns literally every TM in the game, and has really good Psychic types. Alright, and that is my tier list for Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.